Okay, before we move on, one final thought. If this were back in the day, and if this were back when I was brainstorming ideas, for example, when I first thought of DSP tries it and stuff like that, people would have absolutely positively loved the idea. It would have been like, that's a great idea. That's interesting. That's something different. We like just hearing Phil's take on anything. So to hear his take on something like this, where he has a vested interest and he's had some experience in, we love that. But today, literally any idea I come up with, everyone just shoots down, because of course that's the game of the internet, is to say that everything that DSP does is crappy and a bad idea and clown on him and dump on it, right? So that's the thing. Like, you gotta understand that for every 20, 30, 40 people that say to me that's a bad idea, probably 39 of them are LARPing as people who care, and they're just assholes. And then maybe one person actually didn't like the idea. Because here, you wanna know the perfect example of that? Here's the perfect example of that. People keep telling me, Phil, DSP tries at fast food is played out, do something different. And every time I try something different, it gets absolutely no attention, no views, and it's hard as hell to hit the milestone goal to even get it to happen. But then when I go back and I say, we're back to fast food, boom, immediately, support, people are excited, people watch, people like it. It's called the vocal minority. It's the people who want to bitch the loudest but actually don't care, because they're just LARPing as people who care to try to fuck with me. So I'm not stupid, all right? I'm not going to just because a bunch of fucking assholes in the chat are, what a bad idea. Yeah, what a great way to approach a new idea. It's so bad. It's so bad. So what's your better idea? Do an IRL stream so everyone can call the cops on you. Go f*** yourself. I'm tired of your toxic. Really, I am. I'm tired of people just shooting down every possible thing I come up with and say that it sucks, but you have absolutely nothing of any credit or worth to counter with. Because the truth is, you don't care if it's good or not. You just want to tell me it's not so that you can think that you're bothering me, right? So I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to work on this, and maybe we'll even refine the idea. All right, but I'm not going to just totally shoot it the f down, all right, because you had a bunch of idiots who were screaming like morons. I'm not dumb, okay? Okay. All right, well, we got a bunch of shout-outs to do. What's up, Game Boy? How you doing today? Okay. No, I didn't expect that everyone was going to be excited. I actually completely expected it was going to go exactly like I just saw it today. Because that's the truth. I just can't present new ideas anymore. If I do, everyone just says they suck no matter what it is. Like, literally, no matter what the idea is, it's a bad idea. Right? Remember when I said we're going to do the DSP Reacts channel and we're going to do a weekly React show? That was a bad idea. When I said we were going to do throwback content, that's an awful idea. You know? Oh, it's just awful. It's just awful. Everything I do is terrible. So that's why I don't care. I don't care about the initial reactions from morons who don't support anyway. Because that's the truth, is that people who are the loudest, people who complain, never have supported, never have cared. They're just here to shit on DSP. I'm not dumb. And again, all you gotta do is prove it. You ready? So Tangy Flavor says, I'm not gonna lie, DSP, you can give us a terrible idea and get mad. All right, Tangy Flavor, what's your better idea? Let's hear it right now, because you had to open your mouth on my stream. I wanna hear your better idea for a milestone reward for goals being hit right now. Or else, why'd you open your mouth? Because you know better than everyone, right? My ideas are bad, right? Always. So what's your better idea? Let's hear it right now. Install a Linux distro from scratch. You're a sad, sad man. If you are a man, who knows? These days I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a sea otter typing. Right? I don't know. Anyway, all right. Let's get to shout-outs for contributions. Let's see where we're doing right now. All right? But anyway, I rest my case. I think you see my point. Everyone who wants to shoot down every idea never has a good idea for their own. They just want to say my ideas are bad. That's why I don't give a f. All right, let's see here. Someone tipped the dollar and says edibles and weed. Okay, I want you to understand something. All right, I do. I feel like I need to speak up about something, okay? You understand that recreational drugs are still drugs. You get that, right? It's still a drug. Now, it might be a safe drug in certain extents where it's still a drug, okay? There's a difference between saying, hey, try a piece of food versus, hey, actually put drugs into your 43-year-old body. All right? At the age that I'm at, my middle age, I have to do things that aren't harmful to my body. Why do you think I've completely changed my lifestyle, my diet? How do you think I lost all this weight? By doing harmful things to my body? No. Okay? Absolutely not. Sitting around eating edibles, taking THC is the worst thing I could do for myself right now at this stage in my life. I also have absolutely no desire to get myself into some kind of a controlled substance like that. All right? That now it could become addictive. It could become something that's detrimental to my life. And quite frankly, I don't appreciate you trying to pressure me into it. I'm not saying that that's what you meant by it, but so many people take it as like something as a joke or casual. It's not. You do understand that when you get into shit like that, you could actually be changing your entire life, right? And of course, people saying things like, what about alcohol? Alcohol, I've been drinking for a long time. My body is used to it. I don't drink it all the time. When we do drink it, it's usually for a special event that's like once a month. That's very different than getting your body now on another substance that it's not used to, that you could potentially get hooked on, that could actually screw up things like your metabolism and everything. I'm not doing that, okay? For you, that's fine. I'm not going to sit here and stand on a soapbox and be like, no one should do weed, no one should do THC. That's not the point. You're free to do whatever you want with your own life. But at this stage in my life, being 43 years old, I'm not want to get on any other substances and shit that I'm not used to. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to fall down that slippery slope, okay? Excuse me. Okay. The best part is, again, here come the LARPers. But THC is safer than this, and drinking is bad for you. Shut up. This is not. Let's try to scientifically prove that one thing and say, I just told you I don't want to get on any substance. You understand? Any substance. If you told me right now, would you smoke cigarettes or cigars? No. You want to do THC? No. You want to do any kind? No, I don't want to do any substance at all. Has nothing to do with this level of addictiveness, its danger level. I just don't want to get on any other substance. You understand? None. The one thing, like I said, there's a phrase, it's called pick your poison. Correct? It's like you got to choose the one thing in life that you're going to do that you know is bad for you. And as long as you do it in moderation, you're okay. I drink in moderation, so I'm okay. And that's the thing that I like to do, and that's it. So enough with your LARPing. You're not actually concerned. You don't actually know better. You're just an idiot who, again, we got Phil to say he doesn't want to do THC. Now, let's hit it with 14,000 random facts to make him look like an uneducated asshole. No, stupid. You're the ass. You always were and you always will be. No one cares. I have the right to determine what goes in and out of my body. You don't have any case or logic against me. You're just stupid. All right? You're a no one. Deal with it. Okay. Cha! Someone took $2 and says, well, the cologne idea could work. What about workout stuff like ab rollers and stuff? Well, I mean, personally, I don't have a full workout regimen. I don't, okay? I lost the weight by changing my diet completely, changing parts of my lifestyle, right? And doing occasional like walks or jogging and stuff like that. That's how I lost all this weight. And that's how it fluctuates. Like sometimes I gain a little back and then sometimes I lose it again. So it just maintaining that kind of lifestyle is how I maintain. All right. By the way, for the record, I'm not even kidding you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different $1 tips. I'm not reading any of them. I'm tired of you, again, LARPers, pretending like you're positive supporters, coming in and doing dollar tip, dollar tip, dollar tip, and wasting my time. I'm not reading 1,000 $1 tips this morning. So instead, I'm just going to say thanks and add them to the total and delete them. If you want me to actually spend time on you, go higher than $1, because you're wasting my time at this point. Okay, there's a $2 tip. I guess I'll read that one. I think that marijuana and THC can be good for medical purposes, but if you don't have an illness that requires that you use it, you shouldn't just take it recreational. That's my 2 cents. And again, I'm not an authority on it. I don't know much about it. I just don't want to put something else in my body at this point in my life. And people should respect that instead of saying, but you drank it. Here's 4,000 factoids about how this is blah, 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 blah. Because again, these aren't people who actually care. These are people who just, if I were to say right now, the sky is blue, they would have to counter with 17 different ways that the sky actually isn't blue. It's not blue. It's actually a shade called azure. And by the way, the sky also is orange and purple and green and yellow in these cases. It's black at night. You see what I'm saying? That's just how they are. Okay? That is so, again, it's so false. It's such a ridiculous misconception. All right, allow me to end this nonsense right now. All right, seriously, allow me to end this nonsense right now. Okay? 2 ideas. Idea number 1. I do an episode where I review this cologne. I review the appearance, the scent, the strength, the pricing, the branding. It's a 20-minute show where I review this cologne. Instance number 2, I do a sweepstakes and I give away this bottle of cologne to one person. What is more beneficial to a viewing audience on the internet? Me actually doing an entire review of this cologne, including all of that information that everyone can watch and digest and enjoy or choose to skip if they don't care about cologne, or me doing a sweepstakes where literally one person gets this bottle of cologne. When you think about it logically, okay, the answer is clear. Doing the review show is more beneficial to a viewing audience and to a wider group of people than just giving away the item. The problem is people get caught up in sweepstakes culture and hype and, oh, wait, I have a chance. I have a chance to win a bottle of cologne. Wow, it's like a 1 in 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 chance, but I have a chance. Versus, a actual guaranteed piece of content you can enjoy. Because here's the truth. Let's say, for example, I review this and it sounds good to you. And I are like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe that's something that I'd be interested in getting myself based off of Phil's review. Then you go buy it yourself and you enjoy it. Now you have something that you can have as part of your life moving forward because I made a recommendation. Or maybe on the flip side of that, maybe you were interested in this, but then I review it and you're like, that doesn't sound good like I thought it was. I'm going to skip it. Today, save money. You didn't waste money on it. Okay? As opposed to one person gets a bottle of this for free, and they're the only person who could have any kind of a judgment on it, because they're the only person who got it. And maybe they like it and it was good. What if they win it and they don't like it? They win the bottle of cologne and they don't like it. Well, guess what? Now it's trash and they throw it out. So now literally no one benefited from the sweepstakes. You see the difference? If you don't, I can't make you think logically because it takes an analytical, logical mind to understand the difference between people getting hype for the prospective win of getting something versus everyone actually getting something that could benefit the masses. But you can't see past the sweepstakes aspect of it, the giveaway aspect of it. There's entire businesses based around just milking people who are gullible for sweepstakes. Don't you get that? Every single time you've been on X or on Facebook or on any social media platform, Instagram, TikTok, All you need to do is follow this channel and like this video or post and repost a video or post for a chance to win a giveaway. You are a schlub. You are such a rube. You are such a mark. You fell for the trap. You literally gave them something and you're not going to get anything for it. What a sucker. Why are you that gullible? Why do you fall for that shit? I would much rather make a video telling you about this product, allowing you to judge for yourself based on my feedback about it, if you're interested in it, than just give that away to one person. There's just not even a fucking comparison. There's not. Anyone with an analytical mind would understand. Stop thinking with emotion or, oh, I could own that. I could get that. Ooh. Stay. Slap yourself. Stop thinking like a dunce. And use some mind power, some brain cells for a second, okay? And I'm not, this is just that example, because someone had said, why don't you do a giveaway instead of a review video? How is DSP tries it, right? Better than you doing the sweepstakes, because the sweepstakes only benefits one person, while thousands of people can watch DSP tries it and enjoy it. That's why. Now, it may not be your personal thing. What if you don't like the food I'm reviewing? Well, then it's not for you. But then again, you probably didn't want to give away for the food either, did you? All right, Giovanna, I've had enough. They said, I wouldn't apply to win the cologne, but I'd rather see one person win a bottle of cologne than see you review it. Giovanna, I really have to be transparent with you right now, all right? You ready for this? You're a dunce. I don't know what else to say. I can't make dumb people smart. And when you just said that publicly in front of everyone, that's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. You would rather see something that would only benefit one person in a very limited way happen than something that could benefit a larger group of people. Okay. So you just type, I am stupid. Enter. I don't know what else to say. I can't help you, man. I can't. No, but you see, and there you go. Usagi Jojo says, well, it could cause audience growth and lead to an increase in revenue. But it doesn't benefit anyone. Don't you get it? It literally doesn't benefit anyone. It's called exploitation. Don't you get it? That's exactly what it is. I want to give you a reward that can benefit a whole bunch of people. A reward that people can actually get value out of because they could get an education. They could turn that into an informed purchasing decision or the decision to not purchase something. As opposed to, oh, one person gets a freebie, which is exploitative. Because it's the sweepstakes aspect. Chance to win, chance to win, chance to win. You don't even know if anyone does win. How do you even know? It could be bullshit, right? You don't even know if anyone won that or not. It could be a lie. I just don't understand this culture that people have. Like, you all want to be like have the wool pulled over your eyes and treated poorly, and you'd like it. Yes, please. It's more. Give me more. Give me more mistreatment. I just love it because everyone says it's good. It's not. It's not good. It's nothing good about it. So I don't want to do the exploitative content, and you're actually going to give me shit for it. Well, I don't get it. Phil isn't exploiting people. That's horrible. He should just be doing all the exploiting that everyone else does. Okay. Holy crap. Am I going to name it DSP Smells It? I don't know. Like I said, it could simply be a different kind of episode of DSP Tries It that's not food related. Or it could be its own thing too. I don't know what I would want to do. This is hilarious. Why are you crashing out? You don't even understand what that term fucking means. You don't. You don't get it. You have no clue what crashing out means. You don't. If someone speaks logic to you, and you're actually so ignorant you don't understand logic, and then they tell you, well, that's your fault, That's not crashing out. You understand? Like, I think people are so used to getting their asses fucking kissed constantly on the internet, they don't even understand. What it mean crashing out means that you're literally like completely exploding, giving up. It's a disaster. None of that is happening. If you think that anything that I've said on today's podcast is crashing out, that's because you don't get it, because you don't have self-awareness, you don't have the level of intelligence to even understand that a giveaway of this is worthless. Reviewing this is infinitely more interesting. Again, that is just semantics. It doesn't have to be about cologne. It could be anything. Me sitting here and reviewing the Popeyes pickle meal is way more valuable to the masses and to an audience of content that I create, than me giving away a pickle meal to one person on the internet. But the fact that you don't understand that is just like, I can't make you be smart. I just can't. I can't. And it's kind of an uphill fight at this point, All right. Well, let's end the show. The show has gone nowhere. I hope that some people will give me actual honest feedback. And if that feedback is, I just don't think that you doing something with that, like the cologne thing would work. I appreciate the feedback, the truthful feedback. But you have to understand that every single time that I stream, I'm not kidding, there's probably like 50 people who are LARPers who come to my content and aren't interested in anything positive. They're just here to crap on me constantly, say everything I do is bad. And they're not here to help or contribute or suggest. They're just here to say dumb shit. So it's always hard for me to try to judge real, actual feedback from anyone, So I don't know. I guess we'll see. All right, I guess we'll see what happens. Again, if anything, it needs time to simmer, as they say, and see if it's something that people would be interested in, right? So, like, for example, here's someone who previous was trying to pretend like they were actually giving criticism, and they said, oh, next DSP tries it, go play in traffic. So, yeah, that is what I mean. There's your LARPer right there. And they do it every day. They sit in this chat and they act like the reviewer. They're not. They're just someone here to dump on it, to dump on anything that happens, to say dumb shit, and you know what I'm saying? That's what they're here for, to be scumbags. So that's why I just thought I'd kind of take everything with a grain of salt and understand that I will wait and I'll get good feedback and I'll get bad feedback. And good feedback does not mean you agree with me and like the idea. Good feedback is like, well, here's why I don't think the idea would work. Here's the logical response. Maybe here's something as a counter that could work. That's real constructive criticism. As opposed to, hey, I don't think the idea would work. Instead, change all your content and become completely interactive with other streamers. What? I was looking for a suggestion of a goal reward. What are you talking about? This is hilarious. So Tangy Flavor says, the reason the cologne won't work is because no one can smell it. You should do the Linux distro. So that's why DSP tries it doesn't work, because no one can taste it, right? The whole idea is that you describe it. You describe the smell. You describe the taste. You describe the cost. You describe... So no review could ever possibly be valid because you're not experiencing that thing for yourself. A movie review can never work because you didn't see the movie yet, right? You're not seeing it, so how could the review have any effect? You're not smelling it. Why would the review matter? You understand. You understand how stupid what you're saying is. I guess you don't. I just don't get it. The purpose of the review is that you don't have to experience something firsthand before making a judgment about it. You can use someone else's facts and opinions as a way to judge for yourself if you want to partake in it or not. That's the purpose of a review. All right, I have to get out of here because if I continue talking to these people, I might actually have my brain might start melting out of my ear, and I may actually have a breakdown on stream. I want to go play some video games, relax in Minecraft now.
Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you on the next one.
Viewers laughing, can't stand still. DSP Zest brings a thrill.